Caitlin Clark, the basketball phenom who's been absolutely dominating the headlines, has had quite an incredible career for the short period she has been on the court. If you haven't heard her name yet, you've likely been living under a rock. In just a short period, Clark has captivated the sports world, completely rewriting the record books and drawing unprecedented attention to women's college basketball. From her electrifying freshman year to her record-shattering performances, Clark has consistently defied expectations with shots that leave jaws on the floor. In today's video, we're diving into the top 15 Caitlin Clark shots that truly shocked everyone. If you've not, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications to never miss a new video. So join me on this roller coaster journey as we witness the undeniable magic of Caitlin Clark. Number 15. The logo launch versus Purdue. We're starting off early February 2024 against Purdue. Clark casually strolled up the court and launched a deep three from well beyond the arc. It looked effortless, but it was anything but spectacular. And even though it didn't count, the sheer audacity of this shot, hitting nothing but the net, showed everyone that Clark can be one of the biggest threats when on the court. It's no wonder she fills up the arena with tickets selling like crazy. Number 14. Buzzer beater versus Michigan. The game featuring Iowa Hawkeyes and Michigan State Spartans back in January 2024 was a nail-biter, tied with just seconds to go. Everyone in the arena knew who was getting the ball, and for sure, it was Caitlin Clark. Clark received the inbound pass, took a dribble, and buried a contested three right at the buzzer. The crowd erupted, and this saved the Iowa women's basketball team. Talk about ice in her veins. Number 13. Step back three versus Iowa State. The Iowa State rivalry is always intense, and this game was no different. Under pressure, Caitlin Clark loses Haley Van Lith and hits a clutch step-back three that gives Iowa a late lead and effectively silences the Hilton Coliseum crowd. Now, looking at the slow-motion preview of this shot, you can tell the degree of difficulty on this shot was honestly insane. Number 12. Step-back three versus LSU. Let's go to the 2024 Elite Eight matchup against LSU, which happened in April. Facing Angel Reese and the defending champions, Caitlin Clark needed to be at her best, and she was. Late in the game, with the Hawkeyes holding a slim lead, Clark executes a beautiful step-back three right in front of the LSU bench. The degree of difficulty was incredibly high, but Clark made it look effortless, becoming the all-time Division I leader in career, made threes with an astonishing 538. Number 11, the deep three that broke the record. It's the same game as her buzzer beater versus Michigan, but this time around Iowa was taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes in March 2024. And Caitlin Clark scored a signature deep three-pointer that broke NCAA Division I all-time scoring record for both men's and women's basketball, surpassing Steph Curry's previous record. The shot was from way beyond the arc and the crowd went absolutely wild. Her teammates mobbed her and the game was momentarily stopped to celebrate the historic achievement. Number 10. Fast break three versus Minnesota. Back in February 2024, Iowa was playing against Minnesota, and Caitlin Clark, known for her agility, didn't even hesitate. On a fast break, Clark pulled up from way beyond the arc and drained another surprising three in transition. Her confidence was unreal, leaving the crowd to roar. Number 9. Insane deep three versus Penn State. In April 2024, Caitlin took on Penn State in a game that showcased her entire arsenal. Not only did she post an impressive stat line, 20 points and 18 assists, but it was one mind-blowing deep three that stunned everyone watching. From nearly the far end of the court, she pulled up and nailed a three-pointer that felt like it was launched from another zip code. The distance was staggering, yet her form stayed fluid. As the ball ripped through the net, the building erupted, and so did her teammates. Clark wasn't just scoring, she was transforming the game's rhythm and firing up her squad to dominate with a final score of 107-79. Number 8. The miracle buzzer beater versus Indiana was locked in a fierce battle, intensity riding high. As the second quarter neared its end, Caitlin grabbed the ball and charged just past the midcourt logo. With no hesitation, she let it fly. The buzzer screamed through the arena as the ball spun high and dropped clean through the net. The crowd exploded. That single iconic shot wasn't just an incredible feat of range and confidence, it became a critical momentum shifter. Iowa edged out a thrilling 86-85 win against Indiana, and Clark's buzzer beater became a permanent fixture in highlight reels. Number 7. Deep logo three versus Michigan. Now, this isn't a shot, it's a moment of unselfish brilliance. Facing Michigan, Caitlin exploded for a career-high 46 points. Yet, what truly stood out was a pinpoint assist in the dying seconds, threading the needle through defenders to seal the win. But before that assist, she drilled a deep logo three with a defender in her face, turning the momentum in Iowa's favor. Even though Iowa ultimately lost 98-90, Clark's precision shooting and vision showed she was far more than a scorer. She was a floor general with unmatched awareness. Number 6, insane deep three versus. NC State-Iowa State game against NC State last year witnessed an electric performance with Clark erupting for 45 points. During the game, with defenders clamping down, she shook off her mark with a quick dribble and, without even a full window of space, launched a deep three. It was pure instinct. The ball snapped through the net like it was pulled by gravity. That single moment ignited her team, despite the 94-81 loss. Number 5, the deep three-point shot versus West Virginia. Facing multiple defenders, Clark created space with a step back and launched a shot. It was the last quarter of the game and the pressure to win was apparent, yet Clark gave it her all and made the shot. Number 4, the clutch free throw versus Nebraska. In the big championship game against Nebraska on March 10, 2024, with the game on the line, Clark showed that she could secure a basket from the foul line. The team secured the championship title, which was proof of Clark's skill and her ability to secure wins for the team in the most critical moment. Number 3, the step-through versus Kansas State. In a game against Kansas State back in November 2023, Caitlin Clark was up for tough defense, but she created just enough space and passed through with that killer step back and through move to get the shot off, and swish, too much talent. Number 2, the magical deep three versus Nebraska. I have to admit, this is the most iconic shot of Caitlin Clark's career so far. See, in March 2022 at the Big Ten tournament, Iowa was playing against Nebraska, and during the semifinal, Caitlin Clark did something that we've never seen in the history of WNBA. The shot clock was bleeding down. I quote, Caitlin stood well behind the arc, while almost daring the defense to step up. They didn't. She rose and released a deep three just as the buzzer sounded. The ball sliced through the air and dropped perfectly. The crowd roared. That wasn't just a shot. It was a statement, one that crowned Clark as the tournament's most outstanding player. Iowa rode her brilliance to victory, and she kept the momentum alive in the championship game against Indiana. And finally, at number 1, the 41-point game versus South Carolina. This list wouldn't be complete without this. Although it is not one shot, we have to acknowledge the moment Caitlin Clark scored 41 points in the 2023 Final Four for Iowa's win against the undefeated South Carolina. It was a display of offensive prowess that few other players have ever managed on that big of a stage. A barrage of threes, tough drives, and incredible finishes. This game cemented her status as a true superstar and went down in history books as one of the most memorable basketball games in the WNBA. So there you have it, guys. 15 unbelievable shots that prove Caitlin Clark is one of the most exciting players in basketball today. And as you've seen, her skill, confidence, and pure audacity make her a must-watch every time she steps on the court. What was your favorite shot from the list? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more basketball content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.